Hi everybody and welcome to TWF Xplosion. And today on Xplosion we're gonna have Daniel Bryan. I understand why you're in the ring, Xena says, and it has to be about the two title opportunities you got from me, and about how the first time it was Gil Kim who interfered, and then the second time it was the Shield that interfered. Now, Daniel Bryan, I want to let you know, Xena, that I had nothing to do with Gil Kim's interference or the Shield's interference. And I actually said that anyone who was not involved with the match was not allowed. There were no exceptions. And Commissioner Godzilla and Director of Operations Shrek, before the Shield took them out, had them benched to think about their actions. Now, let me see, Daniel Bryan says, if I'm correct. Apparently, it's only a coincidence that Gil Kim came out and attacked me. It was only a coincidence that the Shield came out and attacked me. Now, Xena, I know you're an honorable woman. And I also know that you are also the general manager, and Gabrielle, you're the executive administrator. But it just boggles my mind how people could come out, how all of this could happen to me. Now, I know that trying to become a multi-time TWF World Heavyweight Champion is a tough job. I mean, I had to fight, claw, and scratch just to become a three-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Same thing when I became the World Heavyweight Champion, the WWE United States Champion, the WWE Tag Team Champion, And that was the same thing in all the other promotions I was a part of. Either it was the Ultimate Professional Wrestling, or it was Heartland Wrestling, either it was the Texas Wrestling Alliance, Heartland Wrestling Association, Ultimate Professional Wrestling, Dragon Gate USA, Ring of Honor, whatever. Using the World Wrestling Entertainment, I basically had to work and improve myself to even get to those positions. Here's what I'll do for you, Daniel Bryan, Xena says. I will give you one more opportunity, but only one more, because there are other action figures and dolls back there who have been waiting very patiently to get their return matches too. What I'll do, Daniel Bryan, is simple. I'll give you a match with someone. If you can beat this person, then Xena says, if you can beat this person, then you will become the number one contender. Now, Gabrielle said, if you don't defeat this opponent, then you don't become number one contender, and then you have to stand in line and wait for somebody else. Now, this person, Daniel Bryan, apparently, real sad, Gil Kim says, real sad. I guess you all think that I'm going to be the opponent. Don't be coming out here and wasting the general manager and the executive administrator's time, Daniel Bryan. Just admit it. You're a joke. Well, Gil, talking about jokes that don't have any punchline to you apparently aren't really much to talk about either. Ladies and gentlemen, Gil Kim, the woman who couldn't cut it, either in World Wrestling Entertainment or Total Nonstop Action Wrestling. A woman who basically really didn't have to scratch or claw really for too much for anything. I know you like to go around, Gil, and talk about how you had to fight for about 37 years of your life. I know you're going to tell everybody about you're going to talk about how nobody wanted you in World Wrestling Entertainment. You're going to talk about how you had to work for a close to 2-year stint. But Gil, you didn't do shit. You go into a battle royal and you win the WWE Women's Heavyweight Championship. A belt that I must say, up until that point, until it was retired for the last time in 2008 AD to present, had a lot of good. You didn't have to scratch and claw. You just win a freaking battle royal, become a WWE Women's Heavyweight Champ. 2 months reign, you lose it. Then you're going to talk about how, then you're going to talk about how, Paul Heyman had it out for me. Stephanie, Paulie Dangerously, the head booker, and Stephanie McMahon, who also became the head booker, had it out for me. They made me be a henchman to Molly Holly and Trish Stratus. They never really believed in me. Then, you're going to go to Total Non-Stop Action Wrestling in your first stint, and you didn't do shit, and you were just handed the TNA Knockouts Heavyweight Championship. Then winning a Battle Royal. Then you're going to talk about how they didn't know what you were doing with you. They were misusing you. They had it out for you. Then you're going to talk about, you go back to World Wrestling Entertainment. Multiple chances to become the WWE Divas Heavyweight Champion. And multiple chances to become WWE Women's Heavyweight Champion. It wasn't their fault wasn't their fault. Nobody put roadblocks in your damn way. Then, you're going to go back to Total Non-Stop Action Wrestling, become a 4-time TNA Knockout Heavyweight Champion, and you got the gall to claim you had freaking roadblocks. My whole career in WWE, Gil, were roadblocks. First, they put me in the Nexus. Then when that didn't work, they basically tried to make me hang out with you, Gil. They put me with you, Gil Kim and AJ Lee, when that didn't seem to be ruining me. They then tried to make me tag up with Kang, and when that didn't work, they tried to turn me heel. That didn't go well. Then they put me a part of the Wyatt family, and then, after that, when I win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, they take it from me. I win it back the second time. They take it from me in 24 hours. Put multiple roadblocks to make sure I would not win it back. And when I do win it back for the third time at WrestleMania 30, 3 months after that, my father dies. So I had to go to his funeral. And then I get injured, and I got to vacate the belt. There were roadblocks thrown in my way. Gil, you were one of those roadblocks. Well, Daniel Bryan, you don't know. You think you had it bad, Gil Kim says. Now this is the reason why me and you didn't last that long. Because you're small, you got shit for brains, and you actually believe you were roadblocked it. How the hell can you sit there, Daniel, and say you were roadblocked when you are a former 3-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion? I guess I'll roadblock your ass again. No, Gil, you're not going to fight Daniel Bryan. Because Daniel Bryan, Gil, you're not the opponent that we had in mind. But since you want to come out here, Gil, and run your mouth off about how you interfered and cost Daniel Bryan his first opportunity, and since you don't really seem to have your bodyguard Bane anymore, because he's apparently associated himself with a Jackal or a Cyrus now, you can wrestle him. But Gil, you aren't the woman, you're not the opponent. We have the opponent set up for Daniel Bryan. But you ain't the opponent, Gil. But if you want to be the opponent, that's fine with us. Apparently Daniel Bryan has to burst somebody, and if he wins against this selected opponent, we don't know who this selected opponent will be. If he actually wins against his selected opponent. If he wins, then he becomes the #1 contender. Whoa! So yeah. Now Daniel Bryan, we found Gil had to fall down. Caused me to fall down. Daniel, we found your opponent. It is Tobias the Centaur. Well, apparently Daniel Bryan has to meet Matthias the Centaur here. And if he is victorious, then he basically gets his #1 contendership. Well, this isn't doing very well. How is this going to be a fair match? Ding ding, well, it's a match. Whoa! And Daniel Bryan is trying everything he can do to beat Matthias the Centaur here. Oh! He's in trouble. The Centaur's in... Matthias the Centaur's in trouble here. Daniel Bryan got him in down. Oh! Yes! High kick. Oh! Oh! And once again, this time Matthias is starting to, get back up on Daniel Bryan here. If Daniel Bryan beats him, he becomes the #1 contender. Remember, Commissioner Godzilla and Director of Operations Track are still out. Oh! Are still out. And we don't know when we'll see them again. Here it goes. Oh! He's going to try to put him on him. He's going to try to put the yes lock. He's going to try to put the yes lock. Or the Capel lock. Or the no lock. Or the crossface. Has various different names. Given to this one move. And wait a minute. Oh! Ding ding ding. Oh! Gil Kim, eat defeat. Gil Kim come out of nowhere and attack Daniel Bryan. You think you're better than me, Daniel Bryan? I should have been your opponent, but no, they had to go and give you an easy opponent. You suck, Daniel Bryan. Suck. Well, let's get the referee's official decision on this match. The winner of this match of a disqualification, Daniel Bryan. So apparently, Gil Kim fucked up, pardon my language. Gil Kim Gil Kim jacked up here, folks. And Daniel Bryan has defeated Tobias the Centaur by disqualification here, giving Daniel Bryan one more opportunity to burn Cena for the TWF World Heavyweight Championship. Daniel Bryan is #1 contender once again to the TWF World Heavyweight Championship. Yes! 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 That's all the time, folks, we got here for, for Xplosion. We'll see you tomorrow for Superstars.